What's up, Tommy?
What's up, homie? How you?
How you doing today, man?
Good, bro. Just, living the life in Hawaii, homie.
Of course, bro.
Yes, sir.
So, this is Cruising with Cresty, Hawaii edition. You want to tell us a little bit about your ride? What we're rolling in today?
Okay, we're rolling in a 1964 Super Sport Impala. Probably one of the cleanest on island. I'm not trying to brag or nothing. It's just, it states, if you look at the car, it just states facts, right? So, other than that, it's pretty much all original. Still got the numbers matching, 327 engine in it. The original AC, everything in it. The paint job is probably about 40 years old.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, so from the first owner, it had a little fading. He painted it, went straight to the garage, and garage kept pretty much the whole time.
Okay.
Trying to keep it as original as possible, other than the Dayton's airbags for the family, so we can cruise.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask a question right there on your airbag setup. I see you're running 6 switches, right?
Yeah.
So are you running 3 pump or 2 pump for your air?
So I have
compressor.
Yeah, I have two air compressors, 1 tank.
Okay.
It's a 6-gallon tank.
Okay.
It's pretty much just a lay and play car. It's nothing radical. I actually got, so my setup is 4 switches, 1 to kick on and off the AC, or the last one is just whatever I decide to add in later.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty smart though, because I'm looking at bagging my truck. So I know that the guy said I could go, I'm gonna do the same too, front, back, side to side, I guess.
Yep.
That's what you hook up the 4 switches to.
Yep.
And then that's smart, having the extra switch to kill the compressor. I didn't think about that, putting it on the switch panel.
Yeah. So our president, Joey from Unity Car Club Hawaii,
Okay.
He runs his 59 El Camino the same way, and he was like, bro, because our compressors get hot when you tend to hit the switch plenty. So to relax them, we just put in this switch to turn off and on to kill, to let them cool down, allow them to cool down. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to go air instead of juice?
Originally, I'm a juice man.
Okay.
Always have been. But like I said, that was in my younger days before I had a family, and my wife, she gets motion sickness, and hydraulics tends to get people motion sickness. So when I'm cruising with the family, my son and my wife will jump in this and then hit the airbags. It's a smoother ride. It's the only reason why I went airbags.
I rode a stock. Shout out Serge in his '63 Redbone. We rode this. This almost rides, if not better than the stock suspension. I'd say this is a lot smoother ride.
Yeah.
Because we one of my boys that we did the first episode with is Long Beach Lloyd. He owns the To Live and Die in LA, the Tupac yellow rag top.
Okay, yeah.
If you know that car,
yeah. He's
on juice, and I was the first car that I ever rode in that had that was juice. And it's a bouncy ride, dude. It really is, dude.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah. No, definitely is, bro.
So, talk about your car club, bro. What club do you belong to?
Okay, so I just recently got into Unity Car Club.
Okay.
Going on about 2 years now. It's a 30-year-old club. It's a real family-oriented club. We all look out for each other, look at each other as brothers. Anytime something happens to a car, we're there to help each other out. Flat tire, could be 7 o'clock in the morning, could be 3 o'clock in the morning. The brother calls, we're there to help him out. That's one of the things I was looking at for joining a car club. Was really into the family-oriented car club, right?
Okay.
So,
what's the car scene like here in Oahu? Because that's another question people probably would have. What's it like?
The lowrider scene here is it's nothing like LA or California, anything like that. We have a good 60 to 80 cars that come out at any given time. A lot of us ride them, we don't hide them. You know what I mean? So we don't have a lot of trailer queens here. Okay. There'll be some, but for the most part, we ride by the slogan. We ride them, we don't hide them. Okay. The car's made to drive. Let's drive it, enjoy it. but for the most part, a lot of the lowrider scene out here is all tight and connected. You know, we're not out here to show each other out or anything like that. We got an event, a back to school event coming up this weekend, where we're all gonna unite and just, you know, celebrate, hang out. Hawaii's real big on the word ohana, which means family. So we all treat each other as ohana and family, right?
There
so
we go.
that's one of the main things out here in Hawaii is we spread that aloha.
There we go.
So we all show each other love. Just come out and have a good time. Show the younger generation, which we consider the keiki. We show them how to live, how to show the aloha, and just become united, right?
There we go.
Yeah. So that's how our lowrider scene is out here. It's getting stronger. I mean, as everybody notices, the lowrider scene died out for a little while, but here in the last couple years, 3 years, 4 years, it's coming back with a vengeance.
Hell yeah.
And we're all loving the scene. So, yep, right on.
What's your biggest show out here that you would say that everybody like? What like? I mean, over on the mainland we have a bunch of different, I guess you could say, styles. Here I feel like everybody rolls out together. It could be, you know, you guys roll with the bombs, you guys roll with everything. If you got it, you guys, you know, like you said, you guys are big on uniting any kind of classic car or whatnot.
Correct.
But what would be like your guys' big show out here that everybody shows out for?
Okay, so the Supremacy, shout out to Supremacy Car Club. They put on one of the biggest lowrider car shows of the year, and it comes out once a year. Everybody builds their stuff, flies in all the parts, ships in all the parts, so that way we can show up and show out on that day. It's usually during the springtime, as soon as the sun comes out over here. Like I said, Supremacy is the biggest car show here. But we do first Sunday of every month. All the lowrider scene gets together at a Burger King. Unfortunately, we don't have a Sonic out here, so Burger King is the spot. We'll all meet up on every first Sunday of the month, and then everybody will just, the route we're going right now is our route that all the lowriders hit.
You guys will cruise after, or be to there or after, or how does that work? You meet up there and then you cruise after?
Yeah, so we'll all meet up at Burger King 4 p.m. Sunday afternoon. Rollout is about 4:30, 4:45. And then we'll all hit Waikiki. Waikiki, as you know, is a packed scene, right? So everybody's whistling, shocking, waving. So we just all showcase our cars around Waikiki.
Yeah, that's fucking sick. Yeah. We don't, I mean, that's the thing about like LA, dude. There's so many different, like, I don't know how you would place it. I guess vibes, I guess, out there. Like, you have the bombs, you have the lowriders who are, you know, because apparently out in LA, you're not low riding unless you're juiced. I don't know how I feel about that, because I mean, there's nothing wrong with air. There's nothing wrong with rocking your shit dirt low, static, where, you know, if anything, I have more respect to the guys who have their shit static locked, because there's no, oh, let me lift up to get up this curve. No, you're scraping the shit out of your ride to get wherever you're at.
Right.
But, like, I feel like there's a bunch of different flavors out there, and it's all spread out. It's kind of hard to find a show where everybody goes to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But out here, I feel like you guys have that unity, that connection, where you guys all, like you said, you don't hide them, you ride them, and everybody rolls together. That's fucking sick.
Yep. Yeah, so for the most part, as long as you got some spoke rims, whether it be 13s, of course, or the 14s, as long as you're riding spoke rims, put it on anything Chevy S10s, your Kia, your grandma's ride, your Honda Pilot, whatever, bring it out, let's roll, you know. Once you got some spoke rims on it, we consider you in the lowrider community. But we don't push anybody away. Anybody coming, like you said, the static trucks, whatever they may be rolling in that's drop, come out, jump in, you know. We just want everybody to unite and keep the peace all through the islands, right? So spread that aloha, as everybody says. So that's how we do it here.
Okay, back to you, Tommy. What got you in the? Because like I've been coming here for a while, and seems like you know, either from my whole time from 2012 coming here, it seems like I see a lot of Toyota lifted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, the Pepper line SR5.
Yeah.
You got that vibe. What got you into lowriding? What drew you to that?
Okay, so originally I'm not from here.
Okay.
I've lived here the last 11 years. My wife is a local girl from Mililani.
Okay.
Shout out Millville. She was born and raised out in Mililani, Hawaii.
Okay.
My lowrider days started out in New Mexico.
Okay.
Crazy Town, Roswell.
Okay.
Ever since then, ever since I was a young buck, looking at all the older homies riding the cars, lowrider scene, I always wanted to ride. But you're right, out here in Hawaii, the biggest scene of all is the lifted Tacomas,
Yeah.
lifted Tundras. Toyota is the #1 seller out here. Every state, every location has their vehicle, and Toyota is the staple of Hawaii. I had a lifted Toyota because that's the scene, right? Recently sold it, but lowrider is my forever scene. It's not a hobby, it's a lifestyle for me.
Hell yeah.
So, oh shit. But yeah, so we just keep it. I mean, low riding, right?
Yeah.
No matter where we go. Yeah.
We good?
Yeah. I think the fuel just.
It's a lowrider. If you ain't stalling out or seizing out, you ain't lowriding.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. What happens is the fuel gets too much in the carburetor if I'm not pressing the gas.
Oh, okay.
So it'll flood itself out, but yeah, we good.
Oh, yeah, we're cruising. Dude,
Yeah.
I think it's just fucking, it's crazy that, like, you know, ever since I got in the scene and now, like, you know, trying to interview people, finding people, it's crazy how many different, you know, states or countries have these cars, bro, and that the scenes are growing, like you said, dude. Like, here, like, I was on Instagram and I was seeing all kinds of rides, bro. There's all kinds of rides out here. You say they're 60, but dude, and they're done right, man. They're
Yeah.
done right. Like, I'm gonna get some shots of this of your car, Tommy. It's fucking, you got all the engraving. You're Cali'd out almost, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their own style. Mine, I don't want to put too much gold in it. So if you notice, all my engraving on the rearview mirrors, the seats, everything is all two-tone. We like that gold and chrome look. So, but yeah.
Shit's hard. Trying to think, cause, dude, I'm tripping out because we're literally in town. We're in Waikiki, and we're in a fucking 64 hardtop. It's fucking nuts. What would you say drew your inspiration for all your custom pieces that you have in this car, like your engraving and whatnot?
You know, like I said, everybody has their style.
Uh-huh.
Mine has always been the center gold Daytons.
Okay.
So I like that chrome look on the outside.
Uh-huh.
So which caused me to start going the whole two-tone
Okay.
look. It's just something about gold that offsets the chrome, and the chrome that brings out that gold.
Uh-huh.
That just looks super sexy, especially when the sun hits it at a right angle. It's like, damn, that gold just offsets that chrome, and together they just shine. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I always ask everybody this question too. Now, what feeling do you get when you're cruising around down here?
Untouchable, bro. Bro, as you may see while we're driving through here,
Uh-huh.
you get so many looks, so many stares, so many waves. It's a great feeling. It just lets you know, it's a sense of pride, honestly, that people out there that may not have a vibe for lowriders,
Uh-huh.
but when they see one, it's just the awe in their face.
Yeah.
You know, the happiness on their face, the smiles that they show you, the waving. Just let you know that it's something that's accepted no matter where you are, right?
Really, definitely. And it, like I said, like you here especially, bro. Here you got, this is a melting pot of different people coming from around the world to come and vacation here. And I'm sure you get thumbs up from people. We're getting fucking looks up the ass over here
Yeah.
from people from everywhere, bro. It's like you say, these old cars, it's a universal language, bro. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, we're getting, I can't even fucking, like I said, like, I drive my truck around in LA, it's like, yeah, we'll get a couple looks. Like, here, it's everybody's rubbernecking and shit.
Yeah. There's nothing like rolling an old school car on juice, airbags. A lot of people out here just have the love for the old school car scene, right? So yeah, it's a great feeling, bro.
So, when did you start your build? How long have you had this ride for?
So, I bought this car Christmas Eve of 2021. No, 2020.
Okay.
Christmas Eve of 2020. It was a 90-year-old man who had it in his garage. He was the second owner, had it for 40 plus years. He had posted it for some ridiculous amount of money. I went, offered a good amount of money for it. He accepted it. So about 2 years. So I've been building it for the last 2 years. Parts aren't cheap, you know. So
especially here. So how does that work, bro? Because you don't have. See, back home we have the luxury of going to the car and truck shop in Orange.
Right.
Which is where you can walk in and you can literally get anything for either an Impala or me, even having a 70-year-old truck, you could walk in there and get pretty much everything for it. What do you do for parts around here?
Bro, we paid a price, bro. We paid a shipping price. You know, as much as the prices are going up these days, they double us up on the shipping. So what may cost $300 for you in Cali, we're paying $500 out here with just the shipping.
Just shipping.
Today, as for an example, I roll nothing but 520 premium sport tires on my Daytons. So I just ordered a set today. $300 was the shipping on top of the 177 that Summit Racing sells their tires for. So
no shit.
Damn near $1,000 in just the tires, bro. You know, so the parts, we try and bundle it up. If we're ordering parts from Vision Industries, George, shout out to George at Vision Industries, or the homie over at Crazy Cutting. If we're bringing in parts, we like to order them in a bulk with a couple of the homies, so that way we can help share the shipping.
Nobody bites the bullet too hard then.
Yeah, nobody really bites the bullet too hard, but if we can't, then biting the bullet is what it is, bro.
Do you want to ride your shit? So how long, that was another question I kind of had. So if you order some parts for your ride, how long does it take to get here?
Depending. So with George and everybody, they tend to get the parts out in two-day air. Okay. So you're looking at 3 to 4 days to get your parts out here.
Okay.
If you go like Summit Racing is another 2-day air, so you'll get 3-4 days. But a lot of other places 2 weeks. It just varies.
Okay.
Like I ordered a gas tank from Jags. Took 8 months to get here.
8 months.
8 months, bro. So.
How's it for like? All right, so say I know back home we have a bunch of shops that do work and stuff on the classic cars. How's it here? Do you guys still have a couple mechanic shops that specialize in the older rides?
You know, we got so there's a couple of classic shops that do the work. There for the lowrider scene. There's this shop called JSP. Shout out to JSP Audio in Pearl City, IAEA. That's pretty much where I take my car to do any kind of mechanical work, or the sound system. They did the sound system in here. They do hydraulics, everything.
Okay.
So we have about 3 shops out here that'll do the work, but for like old school parts and stuff, we have to order it and bring it in from the mainland. We can't go to AutoZone and expect them to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have to order it, special order. Yeah.
What would be a typical cruise for you and your family when you guys go out? Was it what we do right now, or do you guys usually? What's the farthest you've driven this around this island?
I've driven it all the way around the island.
Oh, have you really?
Yeah. So I've done the island cruise. It consists of watching the gauges. You know what I mean? Old school cars, they tend to get hot.
Yeah.
But for the most part, this car drives. It'll do the island cruise. Yeah.
Okay. Are you still running? So this is a 64. Is it a 350?
327.
327.
Yep.
Okay. Does it? I don't know too much about the 64s. Do they have? Is this the power glide?
2-speed power glide.
Yeah. Okay, so you still have the original 2-speed power glide with the original. Well, you said it's numbers matching, so you didn't do an engine swap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Numbers matching engine. I actually just pulled it out a month ago.
Oh.
Rebuilt the whole engine. Had a little bit of smoke coming out the tailpipe. I don't like to show up to no car meets with no smoke blowing out the pipes.
Yeah.
So did the valve guide seals and everything.
Okay.
Checked the compression. So
you're dialed. Dude, this thing is pretty much done. Is there anything that you... I usually ask that question too. Is there anything that you want to do more to it? But it seems like it's done.
Bruh, honestly, my wife keeps saying the same thing. It's done. When are you going to stop? But for me, I mean, I got the whole upper part done. I think now it's time to start doing my undercarriage.
Okay.
I want to go with the chrome undercarriage, suspension, rear end, stuff like that.
Okay.
That's in the making. But of course, biting the bullet to pay the price for the shipping is what really is getting to me right now. So, but yeah, that's basically, once I do my undercarriage, I think I'm pretty much there.
Okay.
Yep.
Now let me ask you this question, because I seen a car the other day. It was just a regular, like a Nissan Pathfinder or whatever, but it was parked over there on the North Shore, and it had a hole, like just you could tell it was a rust hole on the side of the quarter panel. How do you guys keep that in check around here? Because that's, I mean, it's in the air, right? There's nothing you could really do. I mean, that's, what do you do?
So, of course, like you said, it's in the air. I mean, we're on a rock, right?
Yeah.
So we're surrounded by nothing but the Pacific Ocean. So basically what I do, and I know a lot of the brothers with old school cars that like to keep them clean and rust free, is every night we get home from cruising, it's time to clean and wipe down the car.
Okay.
Once we wipe down the car, it's put the 2 to 3 car covers over it.
Oh,
shut
shit.
the garage.
No way.
Uh,
Okay.
Yep.
So 2 or 3 car covers on top of your car in the garage.
In the garage, bro.
So around here, is it kind of unheard of to have one of these and not have a garage?
Yeah, I mean, no, it's not really unheard of. I mean, there's a lot of brothers out there that are unfortunate to not have a garage. Townhouses are a big thing out here in Hawaii. A lot of us have open covered parking, some uncovered parking, and
that's
I mean,
where the 2 or 3 car covers comes in clutch, right?
Up 2 to 3 car covers. Like I said, the cruising don't stop. When you get home, it continues because you turn on the radio, and then it's time to wipe down the baby and make sure that no rust comes out at all, right?
Yeah.
So, you know.
That was one of my questions I wanted to ask and see what was up with that.
Yeah. No, definitely.
But man, dude, it must fucking like, it must never get old cruising around here. I don't see how it could get old cruising around here.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you, it's a beautiful scene every day. Every chance I get, I'll come home, jump in the ride, tell my son, let's go take a cruise. He's always game for it. So, yeah.
So we just got done cruising Waikiki. We got your boy Leahi.
You got it.
Leahi here. Want to tell us a little bit about your ride now?
Sure. 1960 Cadillac Coupe Deville 2-door hardtop. All original. Rebuilt 390 motor. I'm on air ride. Airlift 3-piece system. Slam bags. Real cruiser. Stock interior. Got some Venetian blinds on.
So you got the Venetians in the back.
Yeah, man. Venetian blinds give it that nice classic look. Yeah.
So how long have you been with Unity, it's called?
Yeah, Unity. Jeez, we've been with Unity like
Going on a couple years.
a couple years.
Okay.
Yeah, great car club. Everyone supports each other.
That's it. That's what.
Yeah,
Tommy was
it's
saying.
a real brotherhood. If we need help, they'll come anytime, any day. I mean, we're more than just car enthusiasts. We're family. Yeah.
So how long have you been riding here on the island?
Oh, jeez. I've been with cars since high school. In high school, I had a 1950 Ford F1 pickup truck, and then I had a 64 Nova wagon, and then I had a 59 Biscayne, Chevy Biscayne 2-door. Then I got out of it for a while. You know, you get married, family, and then I've been back into it maybe about 7 years.
Okay. And are you originally from the island?
Originally from the island.
Oh,
yeah.
you're
Born and
originally-
raised in Hawaii.
Okay.
Hawaiian.
There we go.
Yes.
have you noticed any changes in the car scene or any uplift in the car scene since you've been here? Because
Oh yeah, you know, seems like low riding it's making a comeback here in Hawaii. I mean, more so like when COVID hit, and when COVID hit hard, everyone started more concentrating on the cars because you can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So everyone's just we started to get tighter, or the groups got together, and we started to go cruising. We started a first Sunday of the month cruise where a bunch of the clubs, or even if you're not in the club, just into cars, lowriders, will get together, cruise Waikiki, go around. So I mean, definitely the scene is making a comeback for sure.
What would you say? I asked him this question too. Why didn't you get into the whole four-wheel, the off-road type shit?
You know,
The Tacomas.
yeah, Tacomas. Oh, that is the Hawaii thing.
With the 7-inch lifts. I mean, no disrespect.
No,
it's
no,
badass.
definitely.
I have a Tacoma too, but
They're awesome rides, and definitely takes some talent to get up there. But for me, I mean, these old classic cars, they got a soul. They're stylish, they're unique. I mean, I grew up with cars. My dad is into motorcycles. He had a 57 Harley, chopper, panhead, and we grew up wrenching cars. We built our truck. He helped me build all the cars that I have. So I mean, yeah, it's in the blood.
And you said, so like, let's talk a little bit about that. That's interesting. So in high school, was there a big car community, car scene in high school? For classics anyways?
Well, classics. Yeah, you know, actually in my high school, there was a guy that was driving a 47 Ford.
Okay.
Had some lowriders.
Okay.
One of my friends drove a 60 Impala in high school. I mean, it's rusted, but
it, man.
hey, he had it going on. He had the Supreme rims and everything. So I mean, yeah, guys are definitely into it. The lowrider scene was a lot of clubs started around in the 90s too.
Okay.
So a lot of guys was just kind of like where it kind of began some of the clubs.
Was that would you say lowriding kind of had the little birth in the 90s?
In the 90s it was hot.
In the 90s
It was hot, but I mean, lowriding was before the 90s in Hawaii for sure.
Really?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like Lowriders Pride, they've been around a long time. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And I don't even know, it could be me just getting back into the scene and really like talking to people, but it seems like everywhere it's popping now. Like
It's popping.
like Tommy was saying, New Mexico. And like I said, I don't know if it's social media, but dude, you look at some of these cars, you don't think like some of the areas that they're cruising, like, damn, I wonder what part of LA is. It's New Mexico, Albuquerque. Scenes fucking cracking everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
definitely.
is.
And like before, we were talking about like, well, this is an island car. Some cars come from, you ship them in out of state. That price is kind of going up statewide. Like here, like I mean, here I guess where cars kind of expensive throughout here, just because, trying to find them, and then with the rust situation because of the salt.
Yeah, I mean, cars can be.
They can be pricey.
It can be pricey.
Yeah.
It can be.
I mean, the market here, I mean, the islands are small, right?
Mhm.
So it's not California prices,
Uh-huh.
but a lot you're not going to have a lot of cars out here with California prices, but if you're shopping, you're not going to find California cars here either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you do, it's because we just brought them in.
Brought 'em in.
You know,
Right.
here in the last 2-3 months, honestly, we've seen more than probably 20 cars coming in from Cali off the boat.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Bro, the last couple of months has been real crazy in bringing in cars.
I mean, because like, I don't disrespect that game either, because it kind of seems like if you do the math and you do the numbers, and like you said, I think my cousin paid to get his truck over here. He's in the Marine Corps. I think he said it was about $1,000 to ship a car from the mainland over here. If you do the math on that, plus you say you're buying a car like, say, a 63 Impala hardtop, those are kind of not on the, I guess they would be the more affordable ones, because 64s are hot, and
Right.
then 62s, those body style changes, people like that one too.
Right.
63 was kind of that mid level that you could kind of get into at a lower price, but now they're going up too.
Oh, yeah.
But I
Definitely.
mean,
Yeah.
I would say like you're looking at like for a clean one, you can get one for like 40. You know what I mean? 40 hardtop.
Yep. That's about
And then
right
you pay
there.
$1,000 to get it over here. You're riding a car that's clean. Versus if you were to buy one from around here, rusted, all the repairs you got to do, $20K to do a paint job the right way, at least, you know what I mean? Engine work, you're already over that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't disrespect it, because if you could, you know, pull up and you're summer ready already, and you know you shipped it in, I don't disrespect it. I can see why you know people would go that route.
Honestly, the way I see it is, and Leahi can justify as well, the talent on the mainland versus the talent here, as far as your pinstriping, all your paint jobs, your candy paints and stuff. Don't get me wrong, we got some talented individuals here that can paint some killer cars, but there's nothing like the mainland and the pricing for the painting.
Definitely.
Over here, a $10,000 paint job on the mainland, you're gonna get your gold leafing, whatever you may have, whatever you like. But over here, you're gonna pay 25, upscale of 30, depending on what you're looking at getting. The details is there, but again, the price is what kills everybody. So that's why you see a lot of cars coming in. There's a lot of old classic cars here that we're in Hawaii, is rusted out. You got to put a lot of work into. If you're gonna be in that car $30,000-$40,000, like you said, I'd rather just go to Cali, go to New Mexico, Texas, you know, and grab a 63 hard top for 40 grand already done up, and bring it out here, versus buying one rust bucket out here and trying to build it, right? So
I mean, if you got the time and you want to go that route, but like you said, that just seems like it's the more logical thing to do, and you'll have your car ready to roll.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not saying that it's ready to roll. There's still a lot you can do to it. Like you said, like, you know, you could strip the clear and then get with your, you know, your pinstriping and whatnot. You can do that. But I mean, it just seems like that's what a lot of people are doing. Well, I appreciate talking to both of you, Tommy.
Leahi.
Sorry.
You got it.
That's
No worries,
tough one for me. I'm Mexican. So, but I appreciate you guys stopping. Leahi, real quick, bro.
Sure.
What does low riding mean to you, bro?
Low riding means to me, it means camaraderie, family, a lot of heart, a lot of love in there. It's just getting together, enjoying the cars, the culture with people that you love and you care about. It's all about family. We roll with our kids all the time.
all the time.
All the time.
Something to pass on to them.
Definitely. All three of my kids want lowriders.
Yeah,
yeah.
we're training them up.
Yep.
Hey man, but you know what? I respect what you guys do out here, keeping this culture going. A lot of people say like, oh, you know, hey, why is it going over? Why is it, you know, it's an LA thing, it's a Chicano thing. I don't see it that way, bro. I like it. I like to see these cars because it reminds me of being back home. It gives me that vibe, and not even being able to fucking cruise down Waikiki, coming here for, you know, since, you know, 2012 or whatever, when we've been vacationing here. It's like, fuck, dude, like, it was surreal almost. It's like, I wanted to record, but I wanted to also kick back and enjoy the cruise too, because it's like, fuck, when's, you know what I mean? When are you ever going to be able to do something like that? Like, blessed beyond belief to be able to meet people like you guys. That's why I do this shit. Document, because everybody's super fucking nice in the community. Whether you're in Cali, whether you're here, you know what I mean? Sometimes you get those people, but regardless, I feel like the respect, the love that you get in this community it's unlike anything else. Like I said, I was a complete, I hit you up from hitting up another guy. We don't know each other at all.
Nope, not at all.
And we let me ride in your car, let my nephew ride in my car, and I had no worries at all. I was like, yeah, that's a car guy. We're going to be all right. You know what I mean?
You're good, man.
No worries at all. I really appreciate you guys coming out.
Thanks, brother.
This is going to be episode either 5 or 6. This is Cruising with Cresty, and we are in beautiful Hawaii.
That's cool.
And big respects to you guys.